I want to talk a little bit about The Walking Dead. Now, The Walking Dead just ended the original show, and it's been on for way too long, if you ask me. But now they're talking about all the spin-offs that are going to be happening. Oh, yes. The Walking Dead's not done. I know Fear the Walking Dead is out there right now, and that's coming to a conclusion. May and June is the first half of the last season, and then later on in the year will be the second half of that, and then that's done. But that's not the end of The Walking Dead. There's more, according to The Hollywood Reporter.
The Andrew Lincoln series is moving forward. The cable outlet has set a release slate for the next 4 shows in its Walking Dead universe, beginning with the 8th and final, AMC says, season of Fear of the Walking Dead on May 14th. It will be followed by a June premiere of The Walking Dead: Dead City, starring Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Lauren Cohen. And
Your favorite.
The Norman... What?
Jeffrey, your favorite.
Oh, yeah, I don't like him. And Lauren Cohen and the Norman Reedus-led The Walking Dead Daryl Dixon later that year. Finally, a series featuring Lincoln and Guerrilla, I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, reprising their roles as Rick Grimes and Michonne, is set to begin production this year in 2024 debut. Yeah, I'm sorry. These names are very strange. I apologize. The rollout continues with AMC's biggest franchise ever at the November 2022 series finale of The Walking Dead.
Yeah, so that just ended.
That was a lot.
So that it was a lot. Yeah, I appreciate you reading that, Sabrina.
A lot of weird names. I don't want to if I mispronounce anyone's name, I apologize.
So Andrew Lincoln's getting his own spinoff with Michonne, and it's like their whole relationship. And he left the show years ago because he was wanting to have time with his family. He didn't have enough time. He's working on The Walking Dead all the time. He had no time with his family. He stepped away. So he left the show. They killed him off, but they didn't kill him off, actually. And then they're also going to do this Jeffrey Dean Morgan show where they go to New York City, apparently, and they're going to find The Walking Dead there. And then they're going to do one where Daryl, I guess, wakes up on the beach in Paris, and he's dealing with the zombies there. Okay, so The Walking Dead, for myself personally, I was watching the original show. I never really got into Fear the Walking Dead. I know they did like online stuff too. I eventually had to quit. I just couldn't deal with it anymore. It just got too much of the same over and over and over again. I think the show had been canceled like 3 or 4 seasons ago. It would have been great. But anyways, we're going to do 3 more shows. Okay. All right. Chris and Joanna, you hear about this. Have you seen The Walking Dead at all? Were you ever a fan? Did you quit at some point, or did you barrel through the whole thing? And do you think it's a good idea to keep going forward with this franchise?
I don't like the word quit.
We quit.
Yeah.
That's what happened. That's really what happened. We quit it. We hit it and quit it. We were over it before it was like when we were into it when it was big, and then we were over it.
No. I think we watched the first.
We watched a couple seasons. This is quintessential. I love that word. This is a quintessential moment of something being beaten and beaten and beaten. When Sabrina was talking about prequels and sequels and duquels and pequels, this is it. Like, this is it. Like, if you're going to end it, just end it. And if you want to do something else with zombies or something, pick something up or put it into a movie. Like, I'm into, like, when they did the that show, that British show, and it was a show, and then and then they made a movie out of it. The big one.
That's very specific. Very
specific English show, which was like English countrysides. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But it was about
Downton Abbey. Downton Abbey. Downton Abbey.
Oh,
right?
Got it.
Ding, ding, ding.
If you have a show,
and Joanna.
The show is like really. Thank you.
Sorry.
If the show is really popular, and then you're like, oh, we finished it, but we want to do something, do a movie. Why are we doing like, here's 74 spin-offs?
Joanna, if I may say, that Downton Abbey movie sucked. It was horrible.
Understandable.
I wish I didn't watch it. It actually, I liked the series, and I was very upset that they made that movie. It ruined it for me.
But I feel like that is potentially even better than them doing 74 spin-offs. We're like, remember this relationship? It coming back.
I don't want any spin-offs. I agree with you. I don't want.
I was bored even just reading when Sabrina was reading. She does a wonderful job. But I was literally bored with them being like, and then this relationship, and then hold on, wait, this relationship, and then this.
I know, right?
Like, no, I'm over it.
It's so much, and it's like, do we not have new ideas? And I get that The Walking Dead was a hit. I get it, but I mean, I know there's a lot of people that had fatigue from the series because it was the same thing kind of over and over again. They tried. I'm just saying there was fatigue.
I
had
viewer
it.
fatigue. We've had enough.
Had enough. So why are we washing up on a beach in Paris? How do you get to Paris all of a sudden? I mean, why are we going? I mean, why don't we just, here's the thing. They stayed in the same same town all the time. So why do we not just like, maybe during that show branch off to these new cities? Why didn't we go to New York during the Walking Dead actual show? Why didn't we go to Europe? Oh, okay. So now we're gonna do it later. I call it bullshit. That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, Brian.
That's what I'm saying.
That's-
So I don't think it's going to be good. I mean, maybe. I mean, the actors are great, but when is enough? That's my question. When is enough?
Now,
It's
Now.
already there. We should all have shared enough.
Yeah, I think they just need to quit on this and let it be, but they're not going to. They see this train, this gravy train, and they're getting on it, and they're going to keep it going
Well,
until they've milked
it's
us dry.
AMC's like most successful thing that they've ever done. So that's why they're, holding on for dear fucking life. And it's absurd. It's exactly like Joanna said, it's like that SNL sketch that was really funny. And then all of a sudden you're like, wow, it was so funny. But now you took it too far. And now I'm sitting here like this and waiting for it to end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's enough. And now they're having 3 separate spinoffs. Like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, who greenlit that? I would like to know. Like, can we get a hold of that guy? Because I'm pretty sure we could pitch him anything and we'll be good. Like, find out who that guy is. I got a couple ideas for you, buddy. And they're not
After
the
they've
same
already
thing
done a spin-off.
over and over again.
They've already done a spinoff.
They're
I mean, they were
running
doing
at
a spinoff the same time it was on. Yeah.
I know. Isn't
For
there
years,
another
and
one,
years.
Preacher or something? Like Preacher
So
something?
ridiculous.
No, no.
Let's bring a werewolf in. Let's
Yeah.
mix it up. That's different.
I'm
way.
done with the zombies,
Yeah.
please.
And the show The Walking Dead did kind of move a little bit, but I'm saying it was never like we didn't push the boundaries. It's like we're in the same kind of area the whole time. Okay, we're in a jail now. Great. Now we're in a town. Okay, great. Now another town. That's awesome. I'm just saying like they could do more. They could just do more, but they didn't. So anyways, that's The Walking Dead, everybody. If you love this show and you're like, yeah, Walking Dead, there's more coming. If you're like me and you're like, I tuned out years ago, you're probably thinking the same thing we're all thinking right now. WTF, mate. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, we got to move on because it's time to get into that featured topic of the night. We have a lot to talk about with this, and I really want to give it time. Joanna, you have something to say before we move on?
No, I don't.
No, she just raises
I'm
her
just
hand
doing-
like this. I don't know what the.
I'm giving
She
them
does
something
this,
to look
like-
at. I'm just giving them something.
You
I'm
do
just
this
giving them
though.
something. I was
and-
like, yes, because we're going to the featured event of the
Okay,
night.
I
I'm
know,
like, I'm
but
ready.
I know, but you do this, and
Okay,
people
relax.
think you have something
Fine,
to say.
I'll put my
So,
I'm from the East Coast. We talk with our feet.
I'm from the.
Well, if you did have something
I-
else to say, I want to make sure you have time before we move on. So
Yeah,
that's
I
all I'm
just
saying.
said great. Ty just said great guest host. You guys live up to it. Please.
I love
Stop it. Stop with the bickering.
Thank you, Ty.
What'd you
Check is
say?
in the mail, Ty. Check is in the mail.